The fact is, you'd be working for me.
He was a simple man who only wanted to do one thing in life.
I wouldn't be sweet, Lord Jesus, come down and ask me himself.
Drive the champ.
Ladies, girls, who's the damnedest man you ever met in your entire life? Get in my limousine, ride on 85.
I'm trying to drive you to the stove.
I'm going to ease across the street to the High Regency and drinks. All the champagne, anything you want is on the world check.
Well, I'll help you to the door. Now, ain't just some back of the neck you look at while you going wherever you got to go. I'm a man.
But to be the man, you gotta beat the man, and I'm saying, woo!
Dan Aykroyd, Morgan Freeman, and the Nature Boy Ric Flair in WWE Films presents Driving the Champ. This film is not yet rated, coming out 2016 in a theater near you.
And welcome everybody. How y'all doing tonight? Good evening. Let me first let me know if I sound okay, guys. I've been having a little bit of trouble with my soundboard tonight. So please, in the chat room, if somebody's in the chat room, I know there's a bit of a delay, but please let me know if I sound okay. We have a lot to get to tonight. We have a director's cut of one of the commercials that aired on CWF Worldwide today, the Christmas episode. I call it, it's beginning to look a lot like Battlecade, as Battlecade is just 2 weeks away, folks. Not even 2 weeks away. Let me see here. How many more here? A week from Saturday. We are less than 2 weeks away from Battlecade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more sleeps, as the kids would say. 10 more sleeps till Battlecade, folks. Again, let me know in the chat room if I'm sounding okay. I got on a Skype call with somebody earlier, and they said that I sounded muffled. So I'm trying to figure out if the sound is okay here today. So Jonathan, I know you're in the chat room listening. Yeah, 10 days, man. 10 days from today, it's Battlecade X8. I don't have to run down this card for you. The scramble match rules were announced today. Almost single digits. Yeah, if you're responding in the chat room, apparently you guys can hear me. But welcome to the official, unofficial CWF Mid-Atlantic After Show. Should we go ahead and play the ad? Should we go ahead and play it? I think we should go ahead and play it. Let's go ahead and cut to that little Folgers commercial. We have a director's cut of the Folgers commercial that aired today on Worldwide. This is the commercial that Folgers does not want you to see, but we're going to show it to you right now.
I must have the wrong house.
Sister? Oh, I missed you so much. They waited up all night for you.
Long way from West Africa. Oh, coffee.
Kiss here.
I brought you something from far away.
Really? Oh.
What are you doing?
You're my present this year.
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
See? Smelled it. He's back.
Ryan, you have to leave.
What? What are you guys talking about? We know what's going on here. We know you're trying to each other.
What? No. Oh, please. Brothers and sisters don't look at each other like that.
He sent you to West Africa for a reason, Ryan, to separate you and your sister.
You're crazy! Oh, yeah? What's this?
He's my present this year.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. We're
Oh my God! Oh my God!
I'm your son, and I'm in love with your daughter.
Oh! Ryan, what is in that box?
What's in the box, Ryan? Give it. Unbelievable.
Holy shit.
Emily, I love that we have so much in common because we grew up together. And I just want to wake up every morning to the smell of you and Folger's Colombian dark roast. Emily, will you make me the happiest brother?
Dad! Get off of him! I love him! No!
Kiss your
No! Stop it! Stop it! No! No! I just want to my brother!
It's Folgers in.
Oh, man. Blame McAllister. Blame McAllister. That's all I got to say. So, Wrestling God is not pleased with the doing Wednesdays here. The commercial is nasty as hell. I agree. So that's the uncut version. So, Merry Christmas. The main thing I have about this whole commercial here is not that he's, it's obvious incest in this commercial. Even the Folgers approved commercial is fucking incest as hell. So, yes, with the 4 listeners. Hey, it's better than no listeners at all tonight. I've always said that I get more people that listen after the fact. I just do it live because I think it should be done live. I don't like doing this taped. But the main thing that I have about that commercial is the fact that he goes, I flew in from West Africa, and then he hugs this coffee pot that contains Folgers coffee. Folgers coffee. You just came from Africa where they grow and roast some of the best coffee in the world. And you're flipping marking out over some Folgers, dude. Anyway. Let's get into this episode of Worldwide. Before we do, though, I do have a couple of subscriber announcements that I need to get to. And let me see here. Let's go ahead and put that up here. And we can go ahead and get into these subscriber announcements. Way, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and feel free to subscribe. We have I got to go to an advanced press screening last night of the movie, the new Ben Affleck, I wish, the new Matt Damon movie called Downsizing. If you haven't seen the previews for it, check it out. But check out my review of the movie. It's a review. I'll just say that the review is pretty harsh. I'll just say that for it. But yeah, go ahead and check that out. That's on the channel right now. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and please share our content out there. Please help promote us out there as well. We have a couple of new subscribers this week, and subscriber number 1, Apostle Crusader. Thank you very much for subscribing to us here on YouTube. We greatly appreciate it. And this is a random subscription, I guess. The company Acer has subscribed here. It'll be coming through here in a second. There it is, Acer 5000. Thank you all for subscribing to us here on YouTube as well. This episode of Worldwide, again, it's the second annual Christmas Spectacular. It is episode number 136. And It kicked off with a pretty decent match here. I was surprised. I actually went to this show live. Golly, man, we're that close to Battlecade. I can't believe it. Cecil Scott and CL Party on the commentary. The show opened with Johnny Cash welcoming you to his Christmas special, singing the 12 Days of Christmas. And that cut us into the CWF intro. And we have the match. The opening match is Ethan Alexander Sharp, Mike Mars, and Cool J versus Snooty Fox, Keith Mack, and Dirty Daddy. I love how Sharpie goes, I paid for my life-size wrestling buddy. For those who don't know what a wrestling buddy is, you just look it up. It was probably the best wrestling toy ever as a kid. Cool J on the heel team during this match. Is he a heel or is he just there because Ethan paid him to be there? That's the question. Got a little kid in play early goings on. Mike Mars takes them both out. I like how CL Party theorizes out there that there's the infinite amount of Cool J's. I think of Cool J now as Kenny from South Park. In fact, every time he dies during a match, you got to go, oh my God, they killed Cool J, you bastards. So, everybody's on the outside of the ring. Cool J bows up to Mike Mars. Mike Mars easily picks him up, throws him out of the ring on top of everybody for the ... dive. And, I put here CL Party and Cecil Scott were funny as hell on commentary for this. Later on in the match, we get the fistful of dollars by Ethan Alexander Sharp to Keith Mack for the win. And pretty decent opener, pretty decent six-man. I will say that it was actually very, very funny live, given the company that I got to sit next to. You know, JB actually showed up for this show, so, and Bruce Mitchell was there, so it was cool sitting there. And interesting to note, I got to thank our people over at American Lucha Designs, Jason and Mario over at American Lucha Designs. I had already bought my ticket for this show, and about an hour or two before I'm getting ready to leave, Jason messages me from American Lucha on Twitter and goes, Mario can't make it, my wife doesn't want to go to the show, do you want my extra VIP seat? And I'm like, well, I already paid for my bleachers ticket, but who am I to say no to free food and a nice comfy up front chair? So hell yeah, I'll take the VIP seat. So thank you very much to American Lucha Designs for the VIP seat there. Listen, if you're a fellow podcaster who needs a graphic designs made, if you're a wrestler who needs graphic designs for merchandise or ring gear, hit our boys up over there at American Lucha Designs. Their logo and Twitter handle is on your screen right now. It's at American Lucha. Again, Jason and Mario will definitely help you out over there in all ways that they can. American Lucha Designs. We get a Woolworths ad. Who remembers Woolworths? Woolworths was a big department store back in the day. I don't even know if they had them on the East Coast, except for like New York. Might have been a more of a Midwestern thing. And then we get Converse and Chet Sterling, Rick Converse, Chet Sterling, cutting a promo. They had got the Aftermath gear on. I gotta say this about Sterling's promo here, and I don't think it's his fault. In fact, I'll go as far as to say it's not his fault. I gotta say his delivery of this was kind of WWE-ish. At least it came off that way to me. It came off very WWE-esque delivery, very rehearsed, very written. And I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing in this situation, because you are building up to a super show. You are building up to a super card like Battlecade. But if I gotta criticize this, you know, if I gotta critique this, and you know, we are the after show, so I guess if I had to, you know, give my honest opinion of it, the promo was good. It just felt very forced. Converse, of course, gets the mic, says that he's really going to give, you know, he's going after C.W. Anderson in that I Quit match for the PWI title. Again, it's I Quit, and it's the PWI title, or it's Rick Converse's career. So that's a huge match for Battlecade right there. It's a rematch of last year's Battlecade. A little bit more of a stipulation added here. I'm excited to see if this match is better than last year's Battlecade match, which fell kind of flat. We get the very fluffy Folgers ad, and then the Sandwich Squad, Michael McAllister, Eric Andrews, Nick Richards, and Cam Carter come out for the CWF Secret Santa game. And Andrews is like, wait, before we get started, I got Christmas gifts for everybody, and he's handing out bumper stickers, to which Biggs goes, I don't even have a car. It's a sticker, dude. You can stick those things anywhere. But I did like the fact that Biggs is like, I don't have a car, dude. I don't have a car. So Biggs goes first, and he picks the smallest present, and it's a certificate for the Jelly of the Month Club. Somebody needs to tell him, though, June is KY month. Just saying. Just saying. He may not be aware of that. Nick Richards goes next, and he picks one of the tag titles. Mecha Mercenary gets a No Way Jose action figure. Eric Andrews gets Back to the Future 2, Part 2 on VHS. For those of you who don't know what a VHS tape is, you little millennials. Cam Carter gets the TV title, which leaves Michael McAllister getting the tag team title, the team with Nick. Andrews, congrats. Andrews is like, congratulations on getting a title shot. Again, very good delivery here by Andrews. Hashtag Trues Andrews. And hopefully Ethan does get in that scramble match. They got 10 days to fill out that scramble match. So, it was a very Andrews kind of, Eric Andrews, just every time he's on screen, steals the show. Ever since he's come out with this new character. It's just awesome. It's entertaining. It's funny. But yet at times it can be serious. He has a lot of room to grow with it. So I'm really excited to see where they go from here with it. I will tell you that we do get more Eric Andrews next week. So this leads to Adler coming out, Jesse Adler coming out, and he's going to defend his TV title against Cam Carter. Good back and forth, very fast-paced, good Germans. Ends with the standing shooting star press not looking quite right. More or less a standing shooting star headbutt, but hey, who am I to judge? Gets the 1, 2, 3. A very good match here. Cam Carter, every time we see Cam Carter, he's just hitting it out of the park, and more and more and more. And it was just what I would expect out of these two, kind of a 205 Live-ish match, if I had to compare it to something, or it's what 205 Live should be. Lots of fast-paced action, lots of reversals, a little bit of chain wrestling, a little bit of flippity-flappity-flippity-flu. Very good match here. It did exactly what it needed to do here on this show, and I'm happy with it. We get the Rudolph is coming right after these messages bumper, and we got I guess this was Kodak's to the Polaroid, the Kodak disc with all the toys and taking pictures of each other bopping around the Christmas tree. Then we get the Battlecade X8 Control Center with CL Party telling us what we already know, what we've already seen. Quite possibly best his defense. He needs a new finisher. He needs a new... Adler needs a new... I don't want to say it, but I will say it. He needs a new everything. I don't think it's his finisher that's quite the problem. It's something more. We also get after the Control Center, which is very well done by CL Party. I actually got to stay after the show last time, and Stutzy comes running through the thing. We're filming bumpers for Worldwide. Everybody quiet down. I didn't want to be there for him because I kind of wanted to be surprised by it. So I ended up leaving before these Battlecade Control Centers were filmed. But I think they're very well done. We get a CBS bumper. This is CBS. Old school stuff here. Again, the Christmas episode, I will say that it was about on par with last year's Christmas episode. I liked it. I want to see the Secret Santa thing continue. This needs to be a tradition. Much like, Pop-Up Worldwide needs to sneak its way in there once a year, the Christmas episode needs to be a tradition. We get the promo for the California Raisins Christmas special. And those who don't know about the California Raisins, let me tell you, they were the best damn things in the early to mid-90s. They were awesome. I even owned McDonald's as a kid, and they had California Raisins. They were almost like LGN figures, but they were California Raisins. They were awesome. Fling them across the room here. No. Why does everybody hate the pop-up concept? I don't get that. I liked it. William L. Cross comes out, says that Logan Easton LaRoe has been ducking and dodging with the Ultra Day title, not wanting to defend it, but he's the president of PWI, so he is making him defend that title at Battlecade. We get a promo by Logan, calls William L. Cross trash, and just, classic heel promo by LaRoe. Very good heel promo by LaRoe that was filmed up in Philadelphia. So I was, happy to see LaRoe back on Worldwide. It's been a while. Not since the Kernodle Cup have we seen Logan Easton LaRoe. And William L. Cross, of course, announces that he's going to be taking on Jesse Adler at Battlecade. I've given my thoughts on this match. I believe, when they announced it last week or a couple weeks ago, I don't like this match at all. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to have to redo my predictions video. I really am. I'm going to have to delete the old one and just do a new one once we find out everybody who's in the scramble match, if we find out who all's in the scramble match. But this is a match to me that has the potential to be what Anderson and Converse were last year. Everett, not Adler. Sorry. It's late, guys. He's going up against Andrew Everett. I don't know why I even wrote down Adler. Sorry. Logan Easton LaRoe was taking on Andrew Everett. Sorry. That's why I wanted to do the show in the mornings. So, Everett has not been there hardly at all this year since moving down to Florida or Canada now, I guess, since he still lives in Florida. But since TNA is now, they're still filming at Universal. I don't know if he's doing any other indies down in Florida since he moved down there, but Everett, I don't want. This has the potential again to be kind of a dud. It really does. But who knows? Maybe I'll be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. And this could be the sleeper match of the show that shocks everybody. It very well has the potential. It's going to go one way or the other. I don't see this going in between. I don't see us sitting there going, it was okay, or it was all right. It's either going to be, okay, it was bad, or, hey, that stole the fucking show. That's just the way I see it. So those two, Andrew Everett and is vying for Logan Easton LaRoe's Ultra J Championship. I want to put in a cheap plug for something. I recorded something earlier tonight with my old pal Jeff Edwards, who is the former co-host of this show, and DJ Stames. I did a little bit of something for the Rise of Liberty podcast. I want to put over the Rise of Liberty podcast here. I put a link out to it on Twitter. Join DJ Stames and Jeff Edwards for the Rise of Liberty podcast weekly. They have something going on that reminds me of a old school Howard Stern, Opie Anthony bit. They're calling it the sexual harassment draft. And what they do is they have a categories of entertainment, media, politics, stuff like that, and they name a person out of those departments that could possibly come out as being a sexual harasser. And if you get if you picked that person, like I believe for the politics one, when they asked me who I picked Vladimir Putin, just being, for shits and giggles. I picked it. Vladimir Putin was going to have allegations come out against him next. And if I prove to be right, I get 5 points or whatever. It's all for fun. It reminds me of an old school Howard Stern bit, Rise of Liberty podcast. And when they're not doing silly bits like that, they do discuss the politics of the world. So if you're into politics and if you want to hear about the ways of the world today, and two guys who give their opinion on it, they do a very good show. It's the Rise of Liberty podcast on Spreaker. I'll send a link out over there on my Twitter. So if you follow me on Twitter at Joe Pillar to Post, check it out. We have CL Christmas Party with Candy Cane Justice. Kane is mad because he said, I thought you weren't going to do that this year. You did it last year. You even tweeted me or DM'd me on Twitter or IM'd me and told me that you weren't going to do it, and you do it anyway. He's acting like a teetotal brat, and I love it. Talk about how he's got to fight Joey Lynch next week and how, hey, I get some competition from outside this place. I get to branch out other than people like Nick Richards and McAllister and Converse and Mitch Connor, who just stay in this bubble. They stay in the CWF bubble, and then Richards interrupts and says, "That's the last time my name is coming out of your mouth. Don't you dare mention anybody else. Don't you dare mention Converse. Don't you dare mention Mitch Connor." And Nick does the cowardly thing of putting CL Party in between everybody. And they say, "Hey, we're going to go out there and have a match now to show you what we're all about." And we get a Easy Does It promo to stop the insanity, say no to drugs and alcohol. Remember, kids, hugs, not drugs. We get a Carney's promo, which we haven't seen the Carney in a while, introducing, telling everybody happy holidays and how they've stolen money from the merchandise stand. But there's one time that he almost beat Chet Sterling, and it was a decent little promo. Good to see the Carneys back on Worldwide, even if it is in just a promo. Dawson's come out, say Christmas is canceled, which popped my entire front row where I was sitting. We were happy that Christmas was canceled. And they are taking on Nick Richards and Michael McAllister. Hard chops early on by the Dawsons on Michael McAllister. They talk about how Michael McAllister really learned to control him, kind of like as Bruce Banner learned to control the Hulk. Richards with a nice springboard DDT. Dawson's kind of hit a version of the Magic Killer in this match. It looked good. The STO/DDT by McAllister in this match was spot on. It was perfect. We got the finish. Then we got that into the finish. Sliding D, cutter by Nick. Zayn has referee Red Jones distracted. Kane Justice shows up on the ramp. A lot of tomfoolery happening here. We get a cutter. He goes for Kane again, or Nick again goes for a cutter. One of the Dawson, I think it was Dave Dawson, pushes off and right into Kane with the elbow, or with the hit there. We really didn't see what he hit him with. I believe it was an elbow. And then we got a backdrop driver for the 1, 2, 3. Pretty decent little tag match here. I'm liking McAllister and Richards teaming up. I really am liking McAllister and Richards teaming up here. However, as we get into Battlecade, it's not going to be those two teaming up at Battlecade. We now know that it's Nick Richards versus Kane Justice. So it's a temporary thing. The team works, and I'm liking the team of Michael McAllister and Nick Richards. And maybe after Battlecade, that team will continue. Maybe that's a team we see in the Coronado Cup next year. Who knows? I'd like to see them as a team in the Coronado Cup next year. I don't necessarily know that I'd have them win it, but it's something to see. Sandwich Squad ends up running in as the Dawsons attack Richards and McAllister. They make the save. They end up setting up for the hero sandwich. We don't get the hero sandwich though. The Dawsons move out the way to take a powder. Biggs grabs the mic. Talks about how, last time we almost had you, but neither of us could answer the count of 10. So how about this time, for the first time ever, it's going to be Sandwich Squad versus the Dawsons, and it's going to be last man standing. Now, the way this works is both men on a team have to be out for the count of 10 before they lose. So they have, with this card, and the length of this card, it starts at 7 instead of the usual 7:30. And they go long. They always go long here. So this match has the potential to be a nice long tag match. I see a lot of false finishes with the not, getting to your feet type of deal. I see a lot of false finishes here. Yes, I called it a false finish. Imagine that. It's what it is. I'm curious to see how this match goes at Battlecade. So it's gonna be last team standing, and we get credit. And then Pops comes out of the men's bathroom and tells everybody the shitter's full to close out the episode. Nice to see Pops having a cameo there. So that was Worldwide, guys. It was a very straightforward episode. I liked the Christmas stuff. I liked the commercials. I loved it. I absolutely love this episode. This episode, next week's episode. It's kind of like what I did a month ago, where I told you they had 2 really good weeks back to back, and then we got that lull with the RGL tournament, and then the last 2 weeks episodes with Pop Up Worldwide and all that, and then we get another 2 great episodes in a row. one thing I could say, and I know it's not their fault, they kind of ran into not having a tape in the middle of December. They had stuff already in the can. I'm hoping next year we get those lulls where we have to have 2 random episodes. Do the pop-up episode kind of like your bye week. You know how the NFL has that week off between the playoffs, the end of the playoffs and the Super Bowl? Have that off week here with Battlecade. That's where you insert your pop-up worldwide. I don't think they necessarily needed 2 weeks of just random episodes, but they were good random episodes, so they get a pass. I just would like to see more story flow, more continuity. It is episodic television, and when you're going episode after episode after episode, and all these episodes start getting a flow, and then you get that break right there, it can throw people off. It really can throw people off, and go, okay, what's this weirdness? It kind of reminded me where if you watch your sitcoms or whatever, and all of a sudden they do that funny clip show episode where they show different clips of everything that's going on. And I hated those episodes. I hated it. I'm like, no, give me another full episode. So who knows? I'm not, in charge over there. I'm just a guy giving his opinion. But I mean, I think I speak for the rest of, maybe for the rest of the audience when I say that the last 2 weeks that we got 2 weeks ago, the last 2 weeks that we got were just random, and they were there. They're definitely good episodes, but continuity-wise, there was very little to continue that road to Battlecade, and especially this time of year. As I said before, from the Rumble forward, it just needs to be boom, 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 boom through Battlecade. And I think, because this is their hottest time of the year, so it just needs to be red hot going to Battlecade. I think it would sell more tickets for the show, maybe, possibly, and it would just pique interest more on the YouTube side of things. Fans going, oh shit, this build is really, really good. I can't wait till next Wednesday. Instead of, oh shit, this is really good. I can't wait till next Wednesday, and then Wednesday they get pop-up worldwide. I gotta look at this from a YouTuber's point of view, I guess. I think is the way I'm looking at it. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments below if I'm wrong or not. But yeah, Battlecade this year is really shaping up to be really good. I've earned my front row seat back. I'm no longer sitting on the sidewalk. McAllister overrode the poll this week. Word is he rigged the results. So I don't know. Next week it's the last show before Battlecade. It is going to be the 27th, which is 2 days after Christmas. And if I don't talk to any of you guys before then, may you have a good holiday. I'm looking forward to my holiday. I hope you are too. As they reminded us on this episode, we don't necessarily look forward to the family, but we have to be with them. So we got 5 days till Christmas. Golly, this year flew by quick. We're at episode 136 of the AfterShow. I believe I started at episode 101. And that includes the 80s episode, the extra 80s episode. I believe we covered that, though, all in one. So how many episodes of this have we done here? Let me check here. Let me check my playlists. I don't even think I added last week's show to the playlist. I got to be more on top of that. So we've done 33 weeks of this. Yeah, so there's 34 weeks total. So we're a week behind. If you go from episode 100, we're a week behind. So yeah, with this being episode 136, we're a week behind here. Let me see here. Battlecade, which will also, next week will also air on Wednesday instead of Thursday. It depends. It really depends. I would like to go to airing them on Thursdays. Just for the simple fact of I think I make more mistakes here at nighttime, like writing down Adler instead of writing down Jesse Adler instead of writing down Everett. But golly, what was our first show here? Our first show that we did was episode 103 was when we started. So it was 3 weeks afterwards, but they had a couple of other shows there. I kind of want to put the Battlecade stuff in here, but I didn't. Or the FanCon stuff in here, but I didn't. But man, we've come a long way. We've come a long way, and I've enjoyed each and every week, and we're going to continue to enjoy each and every week. I was on a torrent site today that I may or may not frequent. I was just checking it out today. Let's just play. I stumbled across it, and I noticed that about 3 or 4 episodes of Worldwide had made it onto their seed box, onto their feed in the last days. The Rumble show, the Ultra J show from like 2014 was on there. Ultimate Survivor was on there. I don't know if it's somebody behind the scenes putting that stuff up there on that certain website. And I'm not going to say which website it is. But part of me is sitting there going, this takes away YouTube views. The other part of me is going that it puts eyes on the product, and maybe they'll go to YouTube for it in the future instead of downloading it to their hard drives. Why download that to your hard drive when you can always go back and watch it for free? So it's a double-edged sword here. I'm confused. I was kind of confused when I saw that. It's not the first CWF show I've seen on that website. There's been a few others. In fact, let me see if I could go there right now. Joe's doing illegal websites while he's working. Oh. I mean, if I just do CWF and search, the entire 13 this is crazy. The entire 2013 Johnny Weaver Memorial Cup Tournament is on there. The 2017 Rising Generation League Tournament is on there. Somebody named DJ is uploading this stuff. Would be a shame if the after show moves to Thursday. There's an anonymous tip about your torrent site usage. I don't care. All I got to do is stop. CWF Mid-Atlantic Wrestling Wild Things. The entire event is up here. The Ultra J Showcase from 2014, I believe, is up there. What's on this Wild Things show? Let's see. 8-man tag. Here we go. Charlie Weston, Mecha Mercenary, Michael McAllister, and Smith Garrett versus Eric Andrews, Evan Banks, Lewis Moore, Matt Houston. Singles matches: Chase Dakota versus Chris Lee. Brandon Day. Oh, my God. There's a name that I haven't seen in a while. That's a Mid-Atlantic name for you right there. Brandon Day versus Zane Dawson. Wow. Brandon Day versus Zane Dawson. I don't know. I might have to go back and check this out. This is from 2013. And they even put like the date, the location, and the arena on here. Aaron Biggs versus Manny Garcia. Matty De Niro versus Chet Sterling. That probably was good for the TV title. Roy Wilkins versus Trevor Lee in a singles match. Wow. Ain't that apropos? And then the tag team titles, Rick Commerce and X-Cyrus. Wow, X-Cyrus made a show. Versus the Kamikaze Kid and Lee Valiant. That was on Wild Things. It aired on July 9th, 2013. That's a good card. The 15th annual Ultimate Survivor is up on here. The Rumble is up, the 14th annual Rumble. And then Battlecade 16 is up here. Let's take a look at this one. Took place the day after Christmas. Gilquest versus Devin Dalton and Darius Lockhart versus Jesse Adler in the Rising Generation League tournament. So I guess that was a fatal four-way. Eric Andrews versus Evan Banks. Oh, the Killbillies. Yeah, that was I was there for this, I want to say. or at least I was there for the build-up, but this is when I started going. Michael McAllister, Sis, Prakash Shabar, CB Suave, and Number Man versus the mystery opponent, Ethan Alexander Sharp, and Ethan Case. Here's a name I haven't seen in a while. I think he's PWX exclusive now. Converse versus Zane Dawson for the PWI title. Kamikaze Kid and Osiris making another show there versus the Eric Royal and Ray Kandrak, who are the tag champs. Smith Garrett versus Cedric Alexander, who is the TV champion. Brad Attitude versus Trevor Lee versus John Schuyler versus Lance Lou versus Chet Sterling versus Roy Wilkins in a 6-pack elimination match for the title. Yeah, I think that was my first Battlecade that I attended. So that's up on here. A lot of people downloading it too, which is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people have snatched that sucker. I wonder if I ought to start. Let me know in the comments below. Should I torrent the after show? Should I put the after show up there? I don't know. That's weird to me. It's weird seeing CWF on a torrent site. I mean, hell, the Battlecade has been downloaded 12 times. So, anyway, that's going to wrap it up for me this week. Short show because I'm tired. Sick and tired of filling out things and paperwork and all. But that's going to do it for me this week, folks. Be sure to, again, check out the Rise of Liberty podcast with Jeff Edwards and DJ Stames. If you if you are in need of some graphic design, again, I want to thank American Lucha for being the official, unofficial sponsor of the After Show. Have a very, very good holiday season, guys. Or good holidays, I guess you would say. Good holiday, Christmas, whatever you celebrate. Have a good one. I need to get out of here and go to bed. But have a good holiday, everybody, and we will see you next week.